Today we're going to bedazzle Dove's Pecan Butter Crunch Body Scrub. It is a limited edition, so I suggest you grab it now. First, you're going to need your body scrub, and we're also going to use liquid fusion glue, but we're going to put it inside of this little glue bottle here, a wax pencil, and some rhinestones. So as I started to sand, I did notice that I was like making the design disappear, so I just stopped. I didn't sand after this because I wanted you to see the design, and I'm using clear rhinestones, so hopefully it'll kind of hide it, but I highly doubt it. So I went ahead with my glue and I started off with just going around in a circle. I'm just going to do this all the way until I get to the middle. So right here you can kind of see that the design is a little messed up, but I feel like I kind of covered it. So I'm just going to continue going around and around with my clear rhinestones until I get towards the middle. The size that I use is a 5M rhinestone. So while I'm doing this, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the Butter Pecan Crunch Body Scrub. Oh my goodness. When I tell you, you couldn't smell me a mile away with this body scrub. I say go and get it. And I did try the apple cinnamon one that they have as well. You can purchase these from Walmart. It just doesn't hit the same way that the pecan butter crunch does. I just love butter pecan. Anything butter pecan is for me. But this one, I don't know what they did, but it was magical. So this is what the lid looks like. I think it came out okay, despite that I had messed up the lid a little bit, but you can't really tell unless you're really close. So next I'm just going to do the side of the lid. I'm going to start off with my foundation line, and that's just my first line. You want to make sure it's straight as possible because this line can determine what happens with the rest of the honeycomb method. The honeycomb method is placing one rhinestone in between every two rhinestones to give like that honeycomb look. So I'm just doing that here, and I'm gonna go all the way towards the bottom because I want to know exactly how many rows I can get with the 5M size rhinestone. I feel like I'm gonna need a smaller size because it is a little space towards the end of the lid. I could have just left it alone, but I wasn't sure. But I did use a 3M size rhinestone just to go at the base of the lid, just to give it a little, like a full effect. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm just using my 3M size rhinestone to make that little piece a little fuller with rhinestones. And this is how it came out. Pretty seamless. Next, I'm gonna go in with this honey colored rhinestone. I feel like it just fits the aesthetics of the Pecan Butter Crunch Body Scrub. I honestly can't even remember what the color was. I just know it smelled so good, and like I just need a lotion and maybe a body spray and I'm good to go. But with the honey colored rhinestone, it's a size 5M. I am going around to set my foundation line because I am going to do the honeycomb method with this as well. I noticed that the lid is slightly bigger, so I did have to add a small filler stone towards the end. I believe it was like a 3M when I went and adjusted the line, but this is how it turned out. And then I'm going to go ahead and start with the actual logo on the body scrub. Once again, I'm using clear rhinestones because this has a lot of details, and I feel like the colors, they just speak for itself. So I didn't want to go ahead and try to match up these colors to rhinestones. I think it would have been too much to do. So yeah, I'm just doing that here, and I'm doing it with the honeycomb method. Now, when you're using clear rhinestones, just be mindful that it is hard to see, and I do miss spots on my own because like it's clear, so it may appear like there's a rhinestone there, or you know, it does mess with your eyes too. And then I'm using bright lights, so it's a little tricky. So I just suggest that you take your time, because there's nothing to it really. Just take your time, don't rush it. I think this project took a total of 2 hours for me to do. I did have to do it in parts because I am touching like the lid as I bedazzle, and I didn't have something to set it on so that it didn't move. So just keep that in mind. But I'm going to go ahead and continue to do the honeycomb method. And once I get towards the end, I want to give it the illusion that this is like a full jar, even though I used it all. So I'm going to add that honey colored rhinestone at the bottom there to give it the effect that it's a full jar, even though it's not. And here towards the bottom of the scrub, I'm going to go ahead and add that honey colored rhinestone to make it look like it's full. And here is the final result. I think it came out so good, despite that I messed up on that lid at the top. I really love this collection from Dove. I think they need to add the butter pecan back. But thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.